Yo, welcome to the channel. Bob here from coming at you from a pretty steamy UK at the moment. Today, I think the day's probably going to be another hot day, humid day. I think is the issue. I think humidity is definitely the issue. I don't know what it is. 100% probably. Who knows? I guess that's what you get for being on an island with surrounded by water. What can you do? We've got some more Everquest leg ends today. I've been playing around with a few different class combinations and whatever and stuff. I think I've come to the conclusion that I really like the first character that I played. I quite like the Holy Trinity, the Holy Trinityness of it, like the like cleric, enchanter plus tank of some kind. I was kind of a little bit worried about DPS, but yeah, it feels like from what I can see, it kind of feels as though because with the game, what you have to remember is that I think it's a bit different from Hero's Journey in the sense that you have a class that's like a primary class, which you can change, I think. But once you lock it in, that's kind of like your primary class. I think you can't change that until you get to 50 then. I'm trying to think of a class that kind of would just pretty much fit with anything. And I think cleric is probably a very good option. Probably like bard as well, I guess. I like the idea of the warrior because I wanted to do the warrior epic if it was possible on here. And the Shadow Knight epic as well. But yeah, we'll have to see how it goes. Anyway, this is just something I'm trying out. I always used to think, like when I played, when I looked at the Beast Lord class when it came out on Everquest, I always felt that it was I guess it was kind of like a cut down shaman monk kind of thing. It merged the two together, but it wasn't, So I thought shaman monk, and it was something that a friend of the channel mentioned on the Discord as well. And then I'll probably add like a pet class that maybe does a lot of damage. He mentioned monks, so he mentioned necro, so I might add necro to it. Necro feels a bit weird though. The other thing I'm having an issue with is I like themes, and it's like shaman, monk, necro doesn't fit a theme particularly. It's like you're a shaman and a monk, and then they're a necro as well. I know it's just a game, and you're supposed to not think about those kind of things, but I do think about those kind of things. Anyway, we're in Befallen. I go over to Befallen because Befallen is one of the zones that have been revamped. And the revamping just means that the mobs have been changed around a bit, basically. Actually, in Befallen, there's been a much more of a change. So they've actually changed pretty much most of the mobs, I would say. Oh, there's a Beast Lord there. Their warder is like a skunk or something, which is interesting. Anyway, it's quite busy here. It's funny because I've come here before, and I don't know if people are just AFK grouped or whatever, but I came here yesterday, and there was just a load of people just sitting at the entrance, and I don't know if they were just, I don't know why they just don't create their own instance. That just seems to be the most logical thing to do, which is what I'm going to do now. I like the difficulty choices. That really, really adds a whole lot to the game. What I like to do in a dungeon, first of all, is play on normal difficulty or the easiest one. Just to learn the dungeon, essentially. Oh, here we go. So he's basically gone. Left the mobs at the... He's zoned, left the mobs at the thingy. Zone in. Hasn't called it, It's funny because I'm not sure who's playing. I'm not sure. I'm sure there's a lot of different people playing the game, but playing this version. But yeah, camp etiquette is not something that some people are aware of, and that's quite surprising in EverQuest because I think generally it's very good. I know P99 had its problems, but generally it's very good. But yeah. Anyway, we'll crack around. Yeah, so I normally go just normal difficulty to learn the dungeon, and then what I'm kind of thinking of doing on live is when when I find a named with equipment that I want, then I'll pump it up to +4, and then just farm the mob, camp the mob basically to upgrade just moving my mic a bit to upgrade the item. Anyway, let's create the instance. The Ixars start in a place called New Sebelis, which is it's not a lot there. It's basically all the trainers and vendors, all the Ixar trainers and vendors in a a town city type thing. It'd be nice if they pimp it out a bit because it seems quite basic at the moment. Yeah, and that zones on to North Row, I think. So you're kind of near Freeport and whatnot if you start an XR. Okay, what are we doing here? We might as well rebuff. So there's a really nice. I went for it immediately. There's a really nice. AA called Quick Buff, and you click it, and all the buffs you've got on your bar, it just automatically casts them basically. It will keep casting them until even when you're out of mana. So you know, be careful of that. But it's interesting looking at the I've got a character on this server and a character on the other European server, the 2 European servers, and the other one I chose Berserker. And it's interesting comparing a Berserker to, I guess Berserker and Monk would work quite well as well, but I think there's kind of a lot of overlap there maybe. But the Berserker's got a couple of really nice attack skills early on that do a shit ton of damage. The other thing I really like as well is that they've found a way of making stamina relevant. So the Monk's round kick is like an AoE in front of me, but and it does extra damage. It's like a random damage roll, but it does extra damage, and that extra damage, it can do extra damage, but it takes it from your stamina, which is really interesting. I like the way that they've found a way of bringing stamina into the equation. Yeah, so if I do a round kick, and then it's lowered some of my stamina. You can go really low on stamina, and I think if you go past a certain point, you then start doing less damage. So you have to be careful of that. But Mend is on a pretty short cooldown, so I've just been spamming it to level it up, basically. I should probably loot that headpiece. Just sell that. The loot table, the loot screen's really good as well because it auto merges stuff that you've already got. If you want to, you can sell stuff automatically from the window, but you do lose a bit of cap. I think it's 25% you lose. So what we'll try and do is get the keys, because I think basically I think these mobs are probably a bit low level for us. I think I said before, but the game is kind of balanced around you killing yellows, really. There does seem to be an XP cap though, which is around, I found it around 8.9%, I think the cap is. So kill yellows up to the point where you're getting that much is the most efficient way. But you can also play it just like normal Everquest, really. Just kill blues to get like 1% XP or whatever, you know. It's kind of... I actually got 0.5% of XP for killing a blue there, so if you really wanted to go slow, you could do that. I feel this game's going to have massive long-term legs, I think. Still fizzing my spells quite a lot. I'll probably get one come through the door there, yeah. I do love the Ixar animations on a lot of stuff. I know that the two-handed one is a bit of a meme, but I do generally love them. Love the animations on them. Apart from that, oh, I'm getting loads of bags here. If you want a bag, Come to Befallen. Sorry, sorting that UI out. I've got some cloth pants I'm wearing already, so I can merge those to upgrade them to +2 cloth pants. I was camping Rod here, or Le Rod, or however you pronounce it, because he drops like a one-handed blunt weapon, but it's not very good. It doesn't have any stats. I think it was Liz yesterday that mentioned about pathing. Pathing is a real issue at the moment, and it sends you into, you end up with encounters that you didn't plan on having and you shouldn't really have had, because a mob will just, I'll show you in a sec actually. Like in this zone here, for example, the mods seem to operate on a square. Oh, I haven't got auto attack turned on. I think like from a monk's point of view, I think all of the races have been given around like animations. Because I did start an ogre as a monk, and he had the round kick animation, which I thought was really cool. I'm assuming they've added those in themselves. It was quite funny when I saw it. There's an awful lot of stunning going on as well, I've noticed. I think that will probably be, there is an anti-stun AI. Yeah, so I think, so these three mobs here act on like it's almost like two rectangles. So if I attack him, he will run to the end and then come across here and come down again, which means that they aggro mobs behind the door. Yeah, so if you watch him, yeah, it's really weird. I know someone else mentioned that there was some nightmarish pathing in another dungeon as well. So yeah, I mean, I hope that's stuff that gets sorted out. I mean, it's not the end of the world, but yeah. So a lot of the changes are mostly mobs. They seem to have included a lot more names, which is quite good, you know, with various different new item drops and stuff. So yeah, so this is the weapon he drops. Skeletal rod +3, but it's, I mean, it's +3, but it's actually worse than my Ixar starter weapon. Right, so I think we want which bit is the I think it's this way. Sorry, I'm just looking for the the Shadow Knight with the key, I guess, is what we're looking for. So we can go down a level. There is a named around here, a Dark Elf, but probably too high for me at the moment. Even on easy diff. I was going to talk a little bit about the World Cup actually. I was kind of wondering, like, what the reaction has been like in America and Canada. If any of you are from there and whatnot, because certainly in the UK and I think Europe, South America, and a lot of places, football is more than just football. I think there's a Bill Shankly quote, which goes something along the lines of, people think, oh, hang on, I'm not casting. People think football is about life and death, and it's a lot more important than that. It's, in the UK, it's kind of like it's like, I said this before, but it's kind of like a religion, you know. So it's like a religion essentially. So you get born into a house that supports a team, and you support that team. What are you little shit doing on the side there, honestly? Yeah, I was wondering if, because the TV tries to give the impression that the Americans are loving it and stuff, but then there was like a thing went around, like a, what would you call it? Like a poll, and it said that like 60% of Americans didn't give a shit, and a further 20% were just indifferent, you know. So that's like 80% of the population. um, yeah. I've noticed sometimes that there seems to be a thing where mobs, like if you're fighting a group of mobs and it will say X mob is hiding behind X mob or whatever, or using it as a shield or something, and that's quite interesting. That's quite an interesting mechanic. Oh, this is where the Shadow Knight is, yeah. So we'll probably get the rat as well, I guess. No. Oh, okay, no. So the rat just the undead it social aggro's with, I guess. There we go. Dark elf parts. Oh. I think it was yesterday that the so she's a 16 Shadow Knight. No, let's do some dungeon crawling. Oh, hello. Yeah, like all of the NPC pets have got, they cast spells as well, which is quite cool. Like your pets do as well. Like more so than beyond what like the mage pet might normally cast or something. You know, all the. I think my enchanter pet when I was playing it was like a pally cleric or something, or pally enchanter or something maybe, which is quite interesting. This pet was literally standing at the back casting Shadow Knight spells, I guess, like tapping me and all sorts of shit. Okay, actually going to sit down here. Respawning is much quicker than P99 dungeons, much quicker than like, you know, classic Everquest stuff. I think I might just quick buff here again. I guess I could do the thing that I'm not sure about is like if you pick an evil race as a paladin, for example, like how you do training and stuff like that. People have been talking about sneaking behind the NPCs and all that kind of stuff. So I guess you could probably work around it. I think when the game comes out as well, you'll will have like I guess like a primary race that gets locked in, and then you can choose, and then you can there's like an unlock race game as well, where you can unlock races to change to. I think some of them they're saying are harder to unlock than others. So, oh shit, it's kind of like another little mini game, you know, where people are saying ogres are hardest to unlock. So start your character off as an ogre, you know. also been some like popping on the models' faces, which is weird, considering my graphics card's got about 48 gig of RAM. I can't imagine it's that, although I'm sure the game's not using that RAM very efficiently. Yeah. Hey Jim, how you doing? Yeah, fine, thanks, mate. Yeah. Going to be a hot one today, so I got some of my chore. Oh, what's that mob? Oh, he's there. Level 10. Oh, that's all right. Yeah, I got my chores done today and streaming earlier today, so. It's funny, I guess it's kind of like maybe a weapon thing, I suppose, but my just my monk's damage is tragically bad at the moment. I'm not 100% sure why. I've got a striker stance on, which increases my roundhouse kick damage, actually, not my base damage. I've got a little dot I can chuck on him, I suppose. I will just wear him down, I think. Well, I noticed as well, I noticed it with my, maybe it changes later on, but I noticed it with my Berserker skills as well, my other character, is that the special abilities miss a lot, like special attacks. I went for the Paladin as well, actually. Like Smite that calls down my Lay on Hands ability. Oh shit, there's a fucking red dude here. Just missed a lot, even when it was max level. So maybe it gets better as you go along. Missing was always an issue in Everquest, particularly on nights and stuff. I found a lot of, even my warrior that I played, there's an awful lot of missing. So I think we'll give this guy a go if he just comes on his own. I've got no way of pulling him on his own, so we will just hope for the best. Dying is not a massive issue anyway in the game, so I think hitting him is going to be more. I want to get somewhere I can't get knocked back. Holy smoke. Okay, well. Yeah, that went well. I've even mentioned before, pulling's a bit weird as well. Yeah, like I think I pulled that mob, but then his pet kind of seemed to run down the corridor, then come back again. Like they take some weird pathing. They don't path like straight towards you. You know, it's a bit weird like that. I think at the moment, once I get level 10 and I can unlock my third character, I think we'll be all right. The third class. But I think at the moment we're just slightly underpowered for it. So we need an enchanter with some mez or some calm or something. Looks like you can change the difficulty on the planes as well, which would be cool. I bet that's a real challenge. They also kind of, the thing to remember when you're buying spells and skills and stuff is that skills you get automatically, but spells, they kind of drip feed you up to level 20. So every So you get some of the spells that you would normally buy. They kind of give them to you for nothing, essentially. So I normally wait until I need to rebuff. Oh, my quick buff's down. Shoot, it's got quite a long cooldown. Quick buff. So we will slow buff. I noticed as you level up, your buffs increase as well. Your buff, because when I was first starting casting with buffs, it was like 10 minutes lower than that. You know, I was thinking, oh no. But they do, it does go up. So, oof, blimey, almost one-shot that dude. So I guess all we can do really is just grind ourselves to level 10, just kill everything on this floor, get to level 10. I think from an efficiency point of view, I think I've kind of found that maybe killing a mob 3 or 4 levels higher than you is about the best option. But I'm sure someone can correct me on that. I'm sure I saw a XP cap, as I said earlier, of like 8.9% or something. I'd like to be able to old school the name, like the targeting thing, but it's not too bad. It's not the end of the world. Oh, excuse me. What I'm doing a lot of is I think that if you're fighting more than one mob, it auto attack stays on. I keep clicking it again, thinking I've got to click it to attack, and it clicks it off. And sometimes I'm sitting there, I'm thinking this mob's taking ages to kill. I realise I've turned auto attack off. Looting up the old skeleton bones for my. Yeah, so that guy. Yeah, so look at them. Look, even if I move, look. So they've poured some shit. I mean, holy smokes. I think ultimately that needs to be sorted out because, like, in a high level dungeon where you're looking to do precise pulls and stuff, that's going to be a nightmare. You can cast Spirit of Wolf indoors as well. That's pretty crazy. Still keep fizzling my alteration spells. Oh, shit. Oh, so now my stamina's really low from all that round kicking. So I think, yeah. God, I need a better weapon. Please. I need to find a better weapon. Hopefully there's a name somewhere here that's got one. I saw a video this morning pop up on YouTube and it said, get the best monk weapon early in Everquest Legends. And I'm like, oh, I don't know. Like, because I don't really have the brain for theory crafting and stuff anymore that much. Well, I'm just too lazy. I don't mind looking at class combinations, but I kind of want to keep the exploration thing like fresh, you know. Particularly because you know, some of the dungeons have got new mobs and stuff, and even the outdoor zones are different. Here we go. Runs around in his little square, little rectangle. He always seems to drop the bone, but that's all he drops, it seems. We're killing for his XP, though. Ooh. Oh, pristine study level boots. I saw someone talking about the pristine leather stuff. Oh, yeah. Okay. That is what we want. So we'll just keep clearing mobs till we get to level 10. I think that's pretty much our remit right now. I like what they've done with stamina, making it relevant. That's really good. Oh, Leroy! Oops. Jenkins. Oh, where did the rat go? Oh, that's interesting. Alright, auto attack that off again. I think the evil races have got my favourite casting animations. The Ogre Troll and the Ixar. Shit. Hey! What the hell? Definitely the place to come for your bone chips. I've got 52 so far. I think that'll keep me going. Your pets, like your pets, you can give like items and stuff to as well, or weapons and whatnot. So, we'll just YOLO this, shall we? Get in a corner. God, they aggroed late. Those ones over in the corner. Oh wow. Roundhouse is a bit dodgy when you've got like round kick is a bit dodgy when you've got fighting more than one mob, because the stamina obviously kicks in it for every, because it's an AoE. The stamina kicks, not stamina use kicks in for every single mob you hit. So yeah. Nice yellow mob. That's what we want. We should have rested to get max stamina there. I've heard some people say that wizard can be really good. Like just you can just nuke the crap out of stuff. When you get some AAs and things, it's pretty crazy. Oh, got new AA. Not sure how many I've got. One. Oh yeah, because quick buff took 5, but I like the idea of that. So get in there. We'll get in there. I was looking on the YouTube yesterday at stuff, and yeah, this game, like all games, kind of got all the usual stuff that you see, kind of lots of channels with, things I wish I knew before I started playing Everquest Legends type stuff. And you click through a few of them, and you realise they're all telling you the same, regurgitating the same information, all that kind of thing. 10 things I wish I knew type kind of videos. Oh, hello. Morning, mate. Well, I think the combo I've liked the most so far was warrior or tank plus cleric plus enchanter, because it just kind of gave you a bit of everything, really. I would like to do the warrior, I think, because I always wanted to do the epic of that. So maybe, yeah, I do like the idea of shaman with something as well. From what I've been reading and listening to what people are saying, I'm not sure if it's correct or not, but it feels as though there are certain classes, a few classes that just work so well with everything, like cleric, bard. Some people even say shaman is pretty cool. because it's got so much utility. What am I lost? What am I lost? What am I doing wrong? Oh, it's over there. Lol. I think the thing is that eventually you can just kind of, you know, it's a bit like, what's that other game? You can level everything essentially. So I guess it's kind of meaningless really, because you could, if you were willing, you know, you could have every class at 50 and kind of switch between them, you know. Man, that's stunning. I'm going to get that AA stun, I think, stun prevention thing. Playing an ogre so much, you kind of don't, you get used to not being stunned a lot of most of the time. But yeah, the shame, the fear class plus rogue thing sounded really interesting. Yeah, see, I personally, I don't see how you could run out of things to do. Like I think even if you play P99, just vanilla, just vanilla EverQuest, I don't think you could ever. You could get burnt out with the game, but I don't think that you could ever. Because the thing is that the way EverQuest was designed, I said before, is that every adventure into the same dungeon is a different experience. So you can never get bored, I don't think, from like an actual combat experience point of view. You might just get fed up with the game itself, the environments and whatever, you know, and stuff. So yeah, I don't see how you could. I mean, when this comes out, it's only going to be vanilla at first. So I'm not sure how long Kunark is away. It could be a year. I don't know. You know. So I guess in that sense, you can get to 50 and do stuff. Oh, boots. So this guy drops some pristine leather, but it does seem rarer than. Okay, so now I've got some +1 boots. Okay, so I should be focusing on killing him then. All the time. Yeah, but I personally don't see how you could get really kind of run out of stuff to do, really. If you get to 50 and you manage to do all the stuff, and you manage to do all of the planes and the raid and dragons, like +4 difficulty, and you get all your gear, you get it all maxed up, you could then just start another class, you know. It's, yeah, I don't know. When we get to level 10, we'll give her a go. I think also, I mean, I also feel that's quite a strange thing to have as well, because it's still, because even though it's like a revamped version of Everquest, it's still Everquest, so everyone should know what's coming. It's not like everyone should know exactly what the content is, really, particularly if you're like one of those people talking about exhausting content. I'd imagine you must know what Everquest is all about. So yeah, I don't know, I don't see, like, I think for me, if this just had vanilla Kunark and Velius, I think I would have enough content to keep me going forever, honestly. I don't think that. Let's get back some stamina. I might as well quick buff again as well, actually. And also as well, I mean, to a certain extent, that's kind of like the nature of the. I mean, to be honest with you, like probably like any MMO, I don't really understand. Like people seem to get really cross at people who get to endgame because that's what they want to do. But I don't understand how you can say you exhaust the content, because you never, like, if you think of like P99's been going for quite a long time now, 15 years maybe. I'm not sure. Maybe it's even longer. Maybe it's longer. Maybe a bit shorter, but. And people just still do the same raids and bosses and stuff over and over again, because that's how the games work. It's about becoming as efficient as you can at doing the content, learning the content, becoming as efficient as you can, and then you repeat the content to make the character better. That's basically how an MMO works. So I don't really like those people that get to 50 quickly when the game goes live. Well, they should still be just doing the same content and enjoying it, because that's kind of how it works. Oh, we've got to go the Shadow Knight for XP. I was just thinking that I'll leave them up for someone else, but this is our own instance, so we don't need to. Oh, chipped bone rod. I think he actually drops that in normal EverQuest, doesn't he? We'll sell it anyway. We don't need a key. I don't think. Okay, so we're almost level 10. Oh, interesting. We've got rusty longsword, a cloth choker we haven't got. Okay, we'll loot that then. It's really old school. All I've basically got is that cloth armor at the moment. That's basically it. Okay, level 10. All right. That's funny how that dude didn't aggro. So we pick our third class now. I'm going to pick something with a pet. I'll probably go Necro. For a bit of life tapping monk stuff. I noticed before when I picked my third class and it was a caster, you suddenly get a load of spells and stuff, so you get a bit overwhelmed. Your spell book gets a bit overwhelmed. I was thinking the other day, you do get AAs that increase your spell gems up to 14, I think. But I was kind of thinking if someone plays 3 casters, holy smoke. Bloody hell. Right, so first of all, don't get any new shaman spells. Got levitate. I'm going to try and keep things as organised as I can. I think levitate was all we got, basically. Light healing doesn't need to be there anymore. Can move it to the back of the book. Don't think I've got any more monk skills. Not quite sure what levels the monk skills coming out on here. So, okay, so loadouts. Select loadout, edit. Additional necromancer. I think we just save, I guess. Must be in a starting city or fast camp zone to switch loadouts. Oh, okay. Okay, so we'll go back to... I can show you kind of like a... I can show you new Sebalist then, and then we'll run back. It's shaman spells. There we go. I haven't actually really had to buy anything particularly. There are some spells here that might be useful in certain situations, but I haven't actually had to buy anything. No, I think we're right. Okay, while we are near the Necro lady, we will choose our third class. Oh shit, we just got given a lot of spells there. Okay. Cavorting Bones, level 1. Pet, we don't need that. Bone Walk, level 8. Leering Corpse, level 4. We don't need that. I do apologise. I'm just going to do a quick bit of management, not too much. We will definitely add Vampiric Embrace to our... I've got too many spells now. I don't know what to do. Life Tap is level 1. Let's get that out of the way. We don't want that. I should have Life Spike is level 3. I should have a higher one than that, right? Fear, Clinging Darkness. Life Spike, level 3. Okay. I've actually got an invisibility now as well. So I'm level... that's right. Okay, I guess things are just coming in at different levels. I'm level 10, but I've only got the level... My highest life tap is the level 3 one. Okay. Oh, it is what it is. Actually, maybe I need to buy them. Oh! I don't know. Level 10, Scent of Dusk. Spook the Dead. Okay. So I get Life Draw at level 12. So there seems to be... There seems to be a gap in life taps between level... Yeah. Life Draw level 12. Okay. I think you can create spell loadouts, which is going to be quite useful. I'm not sure if I can just skip between loadouts. So I have like a buff loadout and do quick buff, and then flip back to... That's interesting. So the Enchanter pet was by far stronger than the Necro pet. So at the moment, because my Enchanter pet I was casting at around level 10 or so, was coming out at level 12. That's interesting. And I definitely don't have... Yeah, Bonewalk's definitely the highest one that I've got so far. Okay. Let's make sure I haven't missed anything. I think they're talking about working on an AI scaler. Hope, please. Playing at 4K is just a nightmare. Seeing stuff. I guess lesser shielding could be a bit of a buff. I won't worry about that right now. Convoke Shadow at level 12 is a new pet. So I get a new pet at level 12. I might get it for free though, I guess. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. I think this is the quest headpiece, isn't it? For the oh god, it's pet pathing, like some kind of nightmare situation. Looks like it. The pet's gone. Oh, there he is. The pet's gone AWOL. Yeah, inversion. Once I used inversion, that was it. I can't not can't go back from that. That's pretty. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I cast so on my pet, can I? Yeah, so the new Sebelis zone line is over in the corner of the North Row we're in. Yeah. Not sure what level it comes in, but I guess for this guy, I should probably ambidexterity would probably be a good thing. Increase your chance of successfully dual wield. Fucking hell, the pathing's terrible. Pet was just stuck on a square there, just running backwards and forwards. Jeez, I need to sort that out. Ambidextrous, yeah, I've heard people talking about it. Seems like one to pick. It'd help if I had some better weapons at the moment, but we'll get there. I think the beta goes till the 21st, so it's 9th today. Still got quite a lot of time to faff around with things before. Yeah, I suppose you could have. I guess that's kind of. I guess you could have like. So you're kind of. Yeah, so you're playing EverQuest, but you're almost kind of free boxing, aren't you? All in one. I don't know. I think the thing. I think the thing is what I was saying in the stream yesterday. I think what people don't seem to be. Yeah, people just seem. I don't know if they just forget or. But you can. But you can make. I had the same thing with when I played modern MMOs. Like you can make the challenge or experience. You can tailor it to yourself. I mean, like even going up to +2 difficulty in a dungeon. You know, I didn't feel like I was in God mode at all. And if you go to 3 or 4, then you've got to be very careful about your pulls. So I kind of think you can just tailor the experience really if you want. I mean, when you zone into a dungeon, you see loads of people just sitting at the entrance, and the other difficulty levels are almost empty. So I guess to a certain extent, people want a simple leveling experience, an easier leveling experience. But you just tailor it to yourself. I mean, I've played modern MMOs and restricted myself to in certain ways for a different experience. I think that's. But yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say no to like a P99 where you got free just P99 free classes. I wouldn't say no to that at all. I think the thing is that I mean I've seen people like here moaning about how difficult things are or how long things take, which is just weird. It's kind of it's weird that someone who doesn't seem to know anything about EverQuest has just somehow found EverQuest Legends and then discovered he didn't like it. It's such a weird concept that someone who's come to play an MMO just doesn't know anything about MMOs particularly. You know, it's kind of, maybe one of their mates said, "I'll try it, EverQuest Legends," or whatever. I don't know, but it's a strange thing. So I think even like a trio P99 would still probably only really appeal to those of us who still like P99, I guess, really. I don't know, honestly know what people are doing. They just seem to hang around. Yeah, I changed a lot of stuff on the UI. There's still some stuff that I'd like to change. I have to look into seeing if you can change it or not. But I don't think there's a huge amount I can stick. I don't think any of these dots are better than the one I've currently got. I'm going to buff myself with Vampiric Embrace, I think, just for the drain proc. I think that'd be pretty decent. Oh, I didn't realise actually that when you cast Quick Buff, it buffs your pet as well. That's really good. Oh, thank God for that. Looks as though the Vampiric Embrace is like a perma. Some of the spells are permanent until you die. So it looks like this is one of them, which is good. Oh, my pet's having a go. Actually, I should see if I've got anything I can give them a pet. Probably not. Got a +1 rusty scimitar. The old pet there took aggro, and he didn't even have taunt on. So what class is my pet? I'm assuming my pet is a warrior shadow knight. Okay. Yeah, I mean, to a lot of people, I think like WoW Classic was about their limit with regards to what they're willing to tolerate, you know, from an MMO. God knows how my pet's going to path around here. I did all right. Now he's got all the aggro. Oh, he's literally got all the aggro. Oh, it's nice and easy to get my pet to attack my target as well. I seem to remember on Classic you had to tell it to stop and then try to refocus it on. Hang on a minute. It just said I've become better at Tiger Claw. Oh, I've got a new skill, Tiger Claw. Okay. Does that copy it? Does that have a cooldown with Tiger Claw will double and triple attack based on your skill? Okay. So like I still don't think I can handle that pool yet. So I think we're kind of still stuck on the top floor. Kinda. Oh no, Tiger Claw's got its own cooldown. Nice. So I think we've got a yellow and an even con here. If you go and aggro the even con, and I will kill this little shit. Yeah, it's healing its pet. Shit. My pet is going down big time. Gone down. What the hell? What happened there? Man, now I know what people what Liz meant yesterday. The pathing is fucked. What happened? Where did they come from? They literally came from a different room. Wow. Okay. Yeah, it's crazy. Someone said yesterday that I mean the pathing is rough, but I didn't expect that. I mean they literally came from a different part of the dungeon almost. that was really weird. I think pathing is probably one of the big things to work on. Yeah, you couldn't really, you can't really have that really. You know, in a dungeon. That would just. It seemed to be going okay. I mean, I didn't notice a skeleton running off somewhere else and aggroing everything. Um, enchanters and bards might be even more uber if that's what we're going to expect from the. Okay, well, have another look. Oh, is that a crack staff? Hey. And then your little bag. Almost got maxed out bag slots now. Let's go and see if we can kill that dark elf, shall we? I think what can seem to happen is you just get this massive cascading effect on pools, because it seems as though yeah, well, I haven't found a weapon to do that with yet, honestly. Like rod drops the skeletal rod, but it's +3, and it's still worse than my cudgel that I got at the start. So I'm hoping to find a weapon drop in here somewhere for monks. Shit, they just come out of everywhere. Yeah, that's the first one I got, first crack staff I got, so, and it's still essentially no better than what I'm carrying. Right, okay, let's see let's see what we shall see. Am I going to aggro anything out the door? I don't think so. Yeah, I do it to reduce weight as well. There we go. Oops. Okay, lady. Let's go. Pretty lady. Okay, I think we might have to just turtle through this. Just doing a bit of damage when we can. I think we might be alright, actually. Yeah, I mean, if I've got something that could be merged, I just do like merge all from the menu, from the loot menu. It's the easiest way of doing it. I don't know what she drops. Like, she feels like a plate glass. Oh, nice. Yeah, well, that'll be us then. I've got two characters, one on each of the Euro servers. I can't remember what this one is. Painil or Eridin. Ebonscythe. Oh well. So she does indeed drop a drop the one-handed blunt you mentioned. Then I'll probably nab one, get up to around level 14 or so, then probably go +4 to upgrade it. I reckon probably the way to go. Effectively, there's only her and a skeleton there, so it's a pretty easy camp. Whatever. So this guy did drop some pristine leather, so he's worth a Enough a kill as well. Yeah, I'm not sure if that's other people's kind of strategy. That's what I plan on doing, is just find a mob with an item that I want and then switch to +4 to level it up. Just all blues now, though. What we'll do is we'll go back to, we'll go down to the second floor and we'll try and find out what, is it worth looting a rusty short sword? I don't know what the base damage is on pets, so I don't know if it's worth giving them. Actually, I could give the pet the, let's give the pet the scythe. Oof, there you go. Look at that. Skeleton with a scythe. XR skeleton as well, I just noticed. It seems as though the aggro range lowers the higher above the mobs you are. Like these blue mobs are not really aggroing that much. Yeah, yeah, they do, yeah. Gnomes back on the menu, boys. I'm sure there's probably an argument to be had about keeping all the rusty weapons and upgrading them and selling them. Do they sell for more? I don't know. If you upgrade them. Necromancer blood. Go for a quest maybe. So there's no, I've got no CC, so there's absolutely no, whatever I do here, I'm going to get all those mobs, I think. That is a shit pool. That is a shawl. So what we'll do is we will go back, see if the Necro's back up. If the Dark Elf is back up or not. The name's got this. Oh yeah, they got the same. Same spawn times as the normal mobs. So that's good. You can just sit here. Why did this guy aggro from around the corner? Like, what aggroed him? And nothing else aggroed. The aggro's really weird. get full stamina. I like how none of the dungeon revamps have messed with the layout. It's just kind of mob placement. Mob placement feels a bit at the moment from a level design point of view. It kind of feels a bit. Okay, let's get this shit first. She's got the very pretty dark elf face she has. She's like the drow from Dungeons and Dragons kind of dark elf. Oh, she's got a scythe. Another scythe. So I guess maybe the one-handed blunt is just a rare drop. Yeah, I like the way you can upgrade your pets. You can pet your pet weapon from merging as well. It just does it for you. It's cool. Holy shit. Absolute carnage. Oof, base damage 20, delay 45. Just wondering how much... oh shit, looted instead of merged there. Need to get a little separate chat window up for my pet damage so I can see what damage he's doing. I think you can have a pet window, can't you? Melee. Pet messages. Ooh, little upgrade for my boots. Merge all. Okay, so I think I've got my pet messages, maybe. Yeah, this just seems like a pretty decent dungeon for leather armor. Only got pristine boots so far, but oh, new back slot. Yeah, I can feel at some point, once the mobs start to turn blue, it looks like the aggro range lowers quite a lot. So My pet just came in fucking on the bounce there. He just came in, he aggroed straight. He came in and started casting a spell before I even tacked. He's like, he's not mucking around. I pet it for 40 there, so it's nice he's using the weapon ratio and damage. It's interesting how classes are still, some classes, I guess at certain levels, still seem vitally important. I think at around this level, the trio I've got with an enchanter has got mesmerization. I think you just get it for free, so I could just spam mesmerization with inversion at a bad pull, basically, and just keep everything mesmerized. Where's my pet going? Fucking hell. Oof. Yeah, my pet's hitting for max a fair bit. Get some stamina. I think shamans used to have a, was it shamans used to have a stamina regen spell that was essentially always useless because stamina just wasn't really used. Oh, little shit there's spawned as well. Just spam heal through this, I think. Spam. Hey, Enchanted Fine Steel Morning Star. Jurassic Park. Okay. Now I need, now it'd be nice to get like a, so I can camp that to upgrade it. I'll do a little rebuff. So that is 7 damage, 30 delay, 2 strength, 5 whiz. I think the monk weight limit thing is still there, but there's 2 weight limits in this game. You've got overall weight and you've got equipped weight, and I think it's equipped weight that is relevant for monks. I'm not quite sure what the penalty is. I'm assuming it's just still AC penalties and stuff. So where's my pet? There you are. Oh, those pristine leather boots are dropping now a lot. I think that's 3 out of 3. +2 we are at the moment. So I could do a little, at some point, do a little +4 camp between these 2 mobs. Don't seem to have much of a harm touch going on, these Shadow Knights. 2-handed staff this time. There's a spawn over here, isn't there? Hiding behind the corner. I think we'll jump down there yet. Oh, that was a harm touch. That was a harm touch, that one. Got 1/3 of my health off. She's actually holding the Morning Star this time, I think, is she? But that doesn't mean she's got it, I don't think. Well, maybe it does for the names. I'm not sure. nice. Okay, so I'm level 11. Didn't even notice. So now I need to lock in my choices, which I'm happy to do. Boom. So we've got Engulfing Darkness, Focus Death. Didn't get any Shaman spells. What does Focus Death do? It's a pet. Oh, it's a pet buff. Okay. I wonder if that's like a permanent buff. Yeah, 42 minutes. That's all right. I wonder if I do. I wonder if I do. Oh, sort your brain out, Bob. What if I do like a quick buff with that on my bar? If it'll buff him, because it's not a buff for myself. But I wonder if it'll buff him anyway. If it'll go off, not sure. Pet's trying to solo this stuff. This watch just for a laugh. I love the pathing of these dudes. Watch this guy. Man, that's rough. Oh, I got the bone that time. Merging cloth armor to get better cloth armor just seems like a. But I guess that's what you got to do. That's what you got to do. Oh, nice. Now, why did that aggro? Right, so he's aggroed all of them. So I don't think particularly that I got any closer to those mobs than last time. But his pet was obviously close enough to aggro, which has basically caused everything to aggro, essentially. Might be alright, though. It's definitely this is either a CC check or a survival check. Tankiness check, this pool. Oh, there we go. Nice. Ooh. Is he aggroed anyway? There's a red caster in there. Shit. This, Leroy Jenkins it. That's all right. Oof, got some. Oh, that's interesting. So if you get debuffed by a mob and you kill the mob, the debuff disappears. That's interesting. What are the stairs like? A couple of red skeletons. Oh, because I'm named Footman of Zur. Or Ver. Level 20. Yeah, okay. We will come back to that. We're making progress, though. Let's go back to our names. I think with the way that you upgrade equipment, this game is like if you were a camp junkie, if you're an Everquest camp junkie, this just like ups the ante. Where is my pet? Is he? I'm sure he's doing something somewhere, is he? Oh, there he is. Oh, I could give him a shield actually. Might help him. Oh, he's two-handed though, isn't he? Actually, maybe he can wear the shield anyway. Pet is a beast. Oh well, you can equip the shield. It looks like it's increases AC, so not a problem. I wonder how, like, to me, it seems like it just feels as though it just makes everything a bit more, not easier in a gameplay sense, but just a bit more. I wonder how people feel about like things like the loot menu, like giving you options. You know, essentially, it's like a quality of life thing, where it's essentially just giving you less clicks to have to click, basically. So you can like merge all, so you don't have to loot it, then merge it, manually and stuff. I like all that. I like that. It's not. It doesn't really affect the gameplay for me particularly. All this cloth armor. Jeez. Actually got a cloth cap upgrade there as well that I missed. we're talking about people. Someone's what you guys mentioned about people just doing all the content and getting fed up with it in a short period of time. I think what I have seen people say is they're fed up with Guck or whatever, or fed up with Guck, have been here for so long. But I kind of think that's because people should get stuck in the kind of roots that they've always done. So I mean, I think dungeons like Permafrost, for example, is such a more interesting dungeon. I mean, I love Guck, but there are other options. You could do any of this. You could do Soul A or whatever or something, or I think people get caught up in the rotation of going around the same dungeons, doing the same content. I guess it's kind of like a ease of the path of least resistance. You can go in Guck really early and then stay there till 50, essentially, can't you? So it's oh, maxed out our bag space. Oh, here we go. Let's go, boys. Oh. I think that one of the big pathing issues are the pets. I think I've noticed that the NPC pets turn up, a few seconds after their master gets here. And lots of moats. Right, I think we'll have one more round with the Dark Elf, then I've got to scoot. So I think I've a few people ask me what I think of EverQuest Legends, and I think it just does exactly what it says it's going to do. Really, I think because of the it's just a vanilla game at the moment. It feels more like classic EverQuest than the Hero's Journey did. But it's still like, you know, I don't know. Like if you're completely against like a solo version of EverQuest, then you're probably, I don't know. I don't think anything I say is going to change your mind really. It's just you know. But I mean, it's cool. I mean, if you enjoy EverQuest, you enjoy camping, dungeon crawling, um, and you'd like to be able to do it at your own pace, then yeah, I mean, this is definitely for you. Particularly if you like working out class builds and stuff, like what the best builds, all that kind of thing. I definitely think that this. Oh, she's yellow now. Look. Yeah, again, like there's so much here to work with, working out what EverQuest classes go together in one character and getting the most from it. But it's if you pre-ordered, then you can play until the 21st, which is still like a beta. And then everything's being closed and wiped for a week. And then it's coming out on the 28th, I think, like as a release. So if you want to play, you can play, but you have to go and pre-order it, which I think is like $20 or something. And, oh, there we go. Nice. Yeah, I mean, you know, I've got the same reservations about Monsters Memories as I've had about all the indie MMOs. So I don't know. It's not like I don't want to play a so-called classic MMO that is trying to reinvent the wheel. Really, like I just think that, um, yeah, but it is what it is. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I'm going to go and do some other stuff, and I'll probably come back tomorrow, do some more. There's a couple of other class combinations I'd like to try out, but I don't want to. You know what I'm like with like alts and stuff, and I want to try and avoid that. But and you can't, once the game goes live, you kind of you can uh I lost track there what I was saying. Oh, forget it, I can't remember what it was. Oh, I've been on it for ages, mate. I was in Friends and Family a long time ago. Yeah, so I've been playing for a long time. You know, it's yeah. I mean, you know, for the most part, it kind of feels a bit like EverQuest with regards to kind of gameplay and stuff. But it's just like as I said yesterday. I talked about it a lot yesterday. I'm just not. You know, if I'm coming into this, I know what it is. If I'm coming into a game that's claiming to be like a classic MMO, but they're tampering with mechanics and systems and stuff, so that then they kind of end up not being like a classic MMO, then I'm just not. It's just not. I'm just not into it. I'm just not. That's not what I want. You know, I'll play P99 if I want a classic MMO. I'll play this if I want something different. You know, it's. I think that. I mean, at this point, I kind of feel that the next new MMO that I really get into will be something that's essentially just trying to do something completely different. So it tries to keep within the parameters of a classic MMO, but maybe it just changes things up completely. Like it breaks away from the shaman druid cleric thing, and we just see a completely new thing. You know, new classes with different abilities, the different ways abilities are implemented and stuff. You know, but it still keeps in with the you know, with a classic MMO ethos. You know, that's maybe that's how it'll be. You know, maybe it's. I kind of think that. I mean, I said yesterday, I've spoken to a lot of people over time who just got burnt out on Everquest on P99, and I've spoken to a couple of people recently who said that they're so burnt out they're not even going to play like Legends. You know, they've kind of just feel that they've just done it with, you know, with Everquest, and you know, something like Monster Memories or Pantheon even or whatever is kind of asking people to play Everquest again almost. You know, why did all that just aggro? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the answer is. I think, I mean, we spoke about it quite a lot yesterday, and I think that people just don't have, you know, a lot of people I speak to don't have time for classic MMOs anymore. But they want to have the time. So when a new one comes out, they'll try it, and that's why the population is quite high early on, and then it drops away rapidly because they kind of realise that, oh, actually I can't. I mean, I've spoken to a lot of people like me who have played. You know, they've moved between the last 3 or 4 indie MMOs because they want to have the time. They want to play and they want to have the time to play. So I don't know if they're kind of looking for a game that, I don't know, I wouldn't say a bit more casual, but a game where they're logging in, they can feel like they're making progress, irrespective of what the population of the game is like. You know, so you can always log on and do something. But yeah, I think that's kind of a lot of it. A lot of people have said to me that I've tried this MMO. You know, ex content creator said it was like EverQuest, and at surface level, it's kind of like EverQuest, but actually it's not really. So I just stopped playing. You know, that's. I mean, I can only for games like Pantheon, Monster Memories, and all of them, I can only repeat the same stuff that I've heard that other people have told me really about why they started playing them and then they stopped playing them. You know, and I think if developers want to keep trying to like force, like, you know, like take a hammer to a situation to, you know, in the hope that their game finds a population, then I don't know. Yeah, all you can do is wait and see, I suppose, really. But anyway, yeah, I was going to stop. Then I started waffling on again. Have a little Victor Meldrew moment. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I think I'll probably be back tomorrow. Have a good one. See you later.